Okay, so why is it not why? Why do I say my? Because English words do not end in I. Remember that rule? Say it with me. English words do not end in I. Okay, so say it as you write it. I. Okay, once you've written it, say it out loud, and I will write it up here. I. My. All right. Markings. Do you remember which one we'll underline here?
I put a 3 above the Y.
So that's Y is a hard one because remember on our Y chart here, the first one is when it's a consonant, not a vowel, like in yard. And then the second one are the vowel sounds. So I, like gym, or I, like cry. So you wouldn't put a 3 over it because it's not the third sound of the vowel.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let me tell you this. So underline, take your red pencil, and underline the phonogram I. I said, or Y said I at the end of a syllable. Say that with me. Y said I at the end of the syllable. Does Y usually say I at the end of the syllable? No.
No?
Y usually says I at the end of the syllable, but it may say I. That's rule 5. So you think my and you say my.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of when did we ever learn rule 5? Do you remember learning rule 5? Or rule 1? Can I see your black learning log, Jaden?
Yeah.
You don't need to poke at your sister every second. You can let it go.
All I did was give you my meaning wrong.
Please don't sass me.
I'm not sassing. I just never paid attention to it, but I was in trouble for it. So I have to pay attention to everything else. Shit.
Why said I end of a English words do not end in I. Ever?
All right. Next one.
Wait,
I'm not really sure.
In the rule, English words do not end in I. Is it saying the I sound or like the I vowel?
We don't end with the letter I.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to look next to
Like, think about Hawaii. That's not an English word.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a Hawaiian word. So, or Iraqi. That's not an English word. Okay. All right, next one is not. Do not withhold good. Not. Ready? Say it with me. Not.
Not.
Not. Go ahead and write it down.
Bugatti.
Not.
Wait, I lost my pencil. And my train of thought.
Cursive ends looks like M sometimes, so it looks like mot.
Not. Do we have any markings? Not. Nope, all first letter sounds. Okay, ready for the next one? There's your red pencil right there. This is your black learning log, but we're not working on that. You have your pencil in your hand.
Yeah. Well, I'm losing everything today, so I just didn't get it behind.
Okay.
So all again?
No, we did
My.
my and not.
So my not did not. Three.
You're not just reading from the board, honey.
3 over the A.
Yes, the 3 is over the A. Why? What are the 3 sounds of this letter? What are the 3 sounds of this letter? A, A, A. So this is all. So you put a 3 over to remind yourself the 3rd sound.
So do we ever say like with an A? Because I always learned it A,
My. And
Aw.
not.
Would you
Not.
say wasp?
No.
Wasp.
Okay. All right, ready for the next one?
Wasp. That's a very interesting word. I should use that sometime.
10.
Wasp.
A dime is worth 10 cents. 10. Think to spell. Not t, 10.
10.
Go ahead and write it down.
10.
Any markings?
No.
Nope. Think say 10. All right.
10.
10. All right, let's start at the top and count your words. The top word is top. The 6th word is 6. And the 10th word is 10. Fun things like this are seated throughout the Wise Guide. Yay! Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, next one. Pencils down, eyes on me. On the same line with top. Okay, so you should be. I don't have as big of a paper as you. Okay, but on your paper here, on the same line as top. So scooching over to the next column if you had columns. In the second column, write hat. At. Lincoln had a top hat. At. Go ahead.
Are you also just doing this, like, rhyming words with it?
So if words didn't have any vowels, you wouldn't even open your mouth barely?
Yeah, if you had no vowels,
Hat. Top
you
hat.
would just go, you wouldn't go, hat, open your mouth wide. Okay, so sound it out for me, son.
Foot.
Hot.
Lincoln had a tall what?
Hot.
Hat.
Not hot.
Hot. Hat.
Okay, so sound it out for me.
At.
Good. Any markings?
No.
Nope, they're all first sounds. Okay, pencils down, eyes on me. Under the same line as with but, under hat. Okay, so on the same line as but, and then under hat, we will write the word be. If you walk with wise men, you will be wise. Think to spell b-e.
Think to spell.
B-e.
B.
Okay, go ahead and write be.
Okay.
If you walk with wise men, you will be.
2 E's or 1. 2 E's or 1.
You write down what you think first.
I think it's 2 E's. He or but.
How are your hands feeling, Mom?
Okay, Jaden, sound it out for me. If you walk with wise men, you will
B.
sound it out.
B.
You have 2 phonograms, not just one.
B.
E.
E.
B. Yep. Why do we what markings? We underline E, right? Why do we underline E? E says E at the end of a syllable. Say it with me. E says E at the end of a syllable. Can you give me another example?
B, like the bug.
Like that rhymes with B. That would be another example of E says E
Tree.
at the end of the syllable.
C.
Tree, but that's 2-letter E.
C.
C has 2 E's.
No, just add C to 1 E.
I would like you to give it to
Me.
me. Yep. Okay. So we've got E.
Are we writing that
Nope,
one down?
don't write it down. Just another example. Okay. E says E at the end of a syllable. All right. So let's see. E, and then we says A E O U usually says A E O U at the end of the syllable. I don't know the
He and she are options.
We've gone through all this, but we haven't gone through the certain rules. This is so confusing.
B, me, he, and she are all E's that say E at the end.
B, she, oh, he.
Because E says E
EBX.
at the end of a
So
syllable.
it tells you to start doing this, but then you have all these things you haven't done. Please don't hit your sister with a ruler. We must have to go back and do this A-E-I-O-U page. I think that maybe would help us. Okay, let's get through this list though. We'll jump ahead. Ready? Pencils down, eyes on me. Am. He is 10 and I am 6. Am. Think to spell. Am. Say it as you write it.
By and?
Say it as you write it, and then I want you to say it out loud, so I'll write it down. Jaden?
By and?
Am. He is 4 and I am
Yeah,
6.
by and. I am by and.
Oh, you're writing it underneath B. Is it by in the same line as and? Yes. It is on the same line as and under B.
Top hat. Hey, if you put the top two words together, it's a top hat.
Look at that, and make a compound word. So
Too cute.
sound it out for
That
me, Jaden.
long.
Give me the phonograms. Any underlinings? Markings? No markings. All right, next one. Pencils down, eyes on me. The cat is purring. Is. Think to spell. Is. Help me sound it out. Is. So it's is. Go ahead.
The cat is. The cat is good.
Purring. Sound it out for me, Jaden.
Is.
What markings do I put on here, son?
Some good ones.
Remember when we were looking at this card. Okay, what do I do? Tell me. When we looked at this card, what did we say? We said S and Z, right?
Yeah.
So what would I put on top of the Z sound?
Two.
That's good.
I don't get it though, because like with the Y and the E and B, we underlined it instead of like putting a 2 over it.
Well,
It's like
you're
a
talking
sound.
about the Y and my?
No, the E and B. We underlined it instead of putting a 2 over it.
We underlined it because E does not say E at the end of, or E says E at the end of a syllable.
Oh,
E
so it's a
said
different.
So it's a rule. You're underlining the rules. This is a sound. I guess you could probably put like, because what is this? When you look at this card, what do we say when we see that card?
F-E.
E. So you could probably underline it and then put a 2 on top, but the 2 is not necessary because E says E at the end of a syllable. So it's the rule is telling you it's not be.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Be.
All right, keep going. We're almost done. All right. Let me read this real quick. It says, which Z? Oh, this is good. Why isn't it I-Z? Before you write Z, the teacher may ask, which Z? This is review, not guessing. The student says, Z. Oh, okay. So we want us to think, I, S, Z. I think. I don't know.
So if the S can make a sound from a C and Z?
You put a 2 over the Z. Teacher may ask why. It's the second sound of the phonogram. Think is, say is. All right. So what we want you to do now with your red pen is put a bracket around be, am, and is. So bracket looks like this. Putting a bracket around be, am, and is. He will be there. I am his sister. She is happy. The bracket shows some kind of relationship. Do you have any idea? This is a bracket. Do you have any idea what the relationship with this? For relationship, I'm asking so if I said shoes, pants, hat, dog, which one doesn't belong? Dog. Why? Because shoes, hat, and pants
are things you wear.
Are things you wear. Clothes.
Dogs are not.
Right. You could wear a dog around your neck, I guess.
You can.
Anyways, so what is something that's similar? What are the things that are similar to this? Or what makes these similar?
They're 2-letter words.
They are 2-letter words, but there's something more significant than that. He will be there. I am his sister. She is happy. Are these nouns? No, what are they?
Adverbs?
They are verbs, a state of being.
Verbs.
Be,
Be.
it's your being. Am, something you are, right? Is, she is. Okay, they are all verbs that describe a state of being.
Okay.
I will be, I am, she is. All right.
That's cool.
Next one. Bed. Oops, I gotta wait. Say it with me. Bed. B-E-D. She sat on the bed while she read her book. Go ahead and write it.
She sat on the bed while she read her book. Right?
So sound it out as you write. B-E-D. Not B. B-E-D.
D.
So bed.
Can you sound it out for me, Jaden?
Ba. D.
Did you look like mine?
Uh-huh.
Any markings? Nope, all first sounds. Okay, the next one. Run. Later today, we're going to go for a run. Run. R-a-n. Say it with me. Run. R-a-n.
Run. We have to run today.
Basketball is coming. Okay, say it with me, sweetie. Or tell me what's to write.
Run. Looks like rum.
Any markings?
No.
Nope, all first sounds. All right, next one is ran. He ran to the library. Say it with me. Ran. R-a-n. Ran. Okay, go ahead and do it on your paper.
Run and ran.
Okay. Phonogram me. Go ahead. Spell it with the phonograms. Sound it out. R-a-n. Okay. Any markings?
No.
Nope. All first letters. R-a-n. Oh, shoot. Imagine that this is written here. And you're going to bracket run and ran. Why do you think we bracket those? What makes them similar?
They're practically the same word, but ran is past tense.
Right. The only difference is timing. We are going to go for a run, or I could say, run, right? Or then when we're done, we feel wonderful. We're going to say, I ran. Not right this second. We're not going to run the second. So bracket run and ran. It's past form, present form of the same word.
I don't think I have.
Okay. Go ahead and pencils down eyes on me under ran. On the same line as all, we're going to write go. You can go play after lunch. Go. Think to spell. Say it with me. Go.
No.
I'm sorry, not Joe. Ready? Go.
Go.
G-O. Say it as you write it.
You said the same line as all, but ran is on the same line as all.
Oh, it should be on the same line as mine then, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
Run or ran?
You're
Go.
writing go. Could I use your pencil?
Sure.
So we're going to cross this out in my book.
Was it run or ran?
And we're going to say the same line as my... You first did run, then you did ran, and now you're doing go.
Ran. O-A-N?
Itchy knee sun should go.
What is
Yeah.
that?
You sounded out.
Itchy knee sun should go?
Hey, red and bed rhyme.
Okay, so
Nobody knows
next
what
you're
that
doing go.
Itchy knee sun should
Go.
go. What is that?
Oh, I'm counting to 5 in Japanese.
Why?
Go. J. Not J. I keep doing that. G. O.
You're just
Go.
so Japanese, so no wonder.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
Go ahead and write go.
I'm gonna go for
Go.
a
I'm gonna
run.
go
Oh.
for a walk.
I'm gonna go for a run.
Please don't distract him. We're waiting for him.
Okay.
Okay, good. So we've got G, O,
Go.
go.
Oh.
Any markings?
Yes.
Yes.
What markings?
There is a.
Underline the O.
Underline the O. Why?
Because O says O at the end of the syllable.
O says O at the end of a syllable.
Say
Do
what now?
all vowels say their name at the end of a syllable?
We haven't done that rule yet, and I'm not sure why, because it says to do the A, E, I, O, U page on step 19. So it's hard to like teach these rules to you without teaching the rules to you while we're doing it. I must have missed a page. I gotta go back and read.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. Look at me. Under go, we'll write do. I cannot. What?
Do.
I cannot what I will not do. Do. Okay, now this is not
This from the Bible?
like the dew that's out on the grass in the morning. It's a different one.
What's do?
This is she's quoting Shakespeare here. I cannot what I will not do.
Shakespeare.
Here's a better one.
He shakes
Do.
to his spears.
Do your work. We're very Minnesotan. Ready? Say it with me. Do.
Do.
D.
O.
Ooh.
Dio?
I said D-O. D-O.
Use a, o, ooh.
Do. Doobie doobie.
Remember on this card.
Doobie 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 doobie.
Remember on this card we say a,
Ooh.
o, ooh. Okay, so if you know that. Okay, so we've got
D.
D,
Ooh.
ooh. And what is the markings?
3 over the
The 3 over the O.
O. Why can't I say O?
Yeah,
And yes,
because
now
it's
it looks the same
a,
as yours.
o, ooh.
Now it looks the same as yours.
What about
Oh,
go?
Tori,
Doesn't
stop
go
that.
get a 3 over it too?
No, because the O, we had, well, you know what? This is interesting because you could, like, the same thing we had over here with B. You could put a 2 over the B and you could put a 2 over the O. Because E says E. And O says a, o, oo. So you could put a 2. But underlining that letter tells us that rule that says E says E at the end of a syllable, O says O at the end of the syllable. But the 3 tells us it's the oo sound.
So without that rule, we wouldn't do that anyway? Like, we wouldn't say, without that rule, we wouldn't say, oh, like, O at the end of a syllable? So you wouldn't put a 2 there anyway?
Well, the 2, it's like doing something twice. So O says O at the end of the syllable, and it says O because it's a number 2. It's like I'm telling you, O says O, and O says O. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You don't have to do it twice because you're already underlining for the rule.
Okay.
All right, next one. We only have one left. Did.
Did you go to the store?
Did you go to the store? Let's sound it out. Ready? Did.
Did.
Did. Okay, go ahead and put it on your paper.
Did.
Yep, say it as you spell it, and I will say it as you spell it.
Did.
Any markings?
No.
Nope, they all have the first words. Now they want you to bracket do and did. What is similar between these two words?
They're the same but have different tenses.
Right, it's the time. So this is, I will do this today, I did that yesterday. Same as run and ran, right?
Can't really say I did that tomorrow.
All right, so now you did that in your starting handwriting. So we're going through the easier ones. I know that as this is a remedial program for you, so that this is kind of easy, but I want you to get used to the program. In your black learning log, I guess it would be page B40. We put a star in there. This is where you'd write spelling section A, and this is where you'd write your best words. So when we get to the harder words and you're having to actually practice them throughout the week, because these ones you knew and you got right away, we're just getting used to the markings and things, you would put them, once you know them, you'd put your best handwriting and your best spelling in this, because this is kind of like a reference book for you. Okay, so for this page, today's date at the top, please, and then put it in your 3-ring binder, and then we'll practice that later.
November 21st.